gone all right. Be surprised if she comes back before next week.
She's gonna show up here, you'll see. They done chased her off Snarl, so she's got nowhere else to go.
That's gonna be rough on old witch, when the boss don't even want her up in here on rage with her bullshit.
That tough old bird gonna get chewed up and spat back out around
you know
here. Hey, Ginny, here's Heathcote. And looking all sharp and whatnot.
Damn, she even got the nerve to look good casual.
Check out Liberty Bell with the drip.
What's good, Libby D? Congrats on the Halloween brawl. We knew you were gonna stick Luna in the casket. Too bad the funeral home sent her back.
Yeah, says she stank too bad. But check you out, you don't look too bad. Luna ain't mess you up too much.
No, she's okay.
At least not enough to ruin those girl next door good looks anyway.
Seriously, Danielle, big respect on that match. You did great, yo.
Thanks, ladies. Lay Femmes did great against the Future Endeavor too, so big thumbs up.
Yes, I am working tonight. Mixed tag, me and Eddie Gunz, against Tony Dangerous and Mighty Molly. Sorry about the nice superheroes and shit, but someone's gotta lose, and I am not in the mood tonight.
Gunz and Dynamite got this one.
I know that's right. Eddie and Genie baby all day, all day.
So hey Libby D, you still trying to be a megastar on your own? Or are you finally gonna get real about getting American powers back together?
Tell Auntie Mimi what ails you, girl. Everybody wanna see it, D.
I'm not hearing anything.
I know. I've been letting losing the tag titles get in the way of things. It's not fair to Pats, or me either. I'm just not ready yet. But I know it's gonna happen, at exactly the right time. It's gonna fall into place.
Probably right. But if I was you, D, I'd make the perfect time for myself. You should think about maybe making your own luck roll.
It's okay to trust luck, but it works better when you give it a hand.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second half of tonight's RWL Rage in Elmira, New York. Don Hickson along with Christy Ogilvie and Myron Schimmelman. Developments in the first hour have been astounding. American Supreme Matt Clark unceremoniously stripped of the RWL World Heavyweight Championship. An interim champion installed, and he has issued a challenge to the sectarians. Any one sectarian can challenge him tonight for the World Heavyweight Championship, and we don't even know who it is. I've got some theories. I mean, I know a little bit about it. I don't know everything, but, I've got some ideas.
Meanwhile, I've been working up a list of possibles.
Is that right? I was wondering what you were scribbling down there.
Okay, check it out. It could be Matt's cousin, Rod Whitley. Or it could be the Mexican monolith warlord, Santos.
That seems the most natural to me, Christy.
He'd be a solid bet. But I also think it could be Mr. Hercules himself, Steve Groves, making himself champion so he can whip on whichever sectarian signs for the match. And that's up in the air too.
That's true. We don't even know who it is yet.
Boogeyman, Papa Shango, or Kaz Manson himself? Any one of them is a possible challenger. So many variables. Coming up, whoa baby, this one's hot. Mixed gender tag action with lightning fast Tony Dangerous and Mighty Molly pairing up against Mr. Ringside and the Women's World Champion. It's Gunz and Dynamite together tonight in this insane mixed gender tag.
Welcome back, fans. Our second half opening match is a special mixed tag team scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Coming down to the ring, here is Mighty Molly.
Well, you know what? Molly Holly may have given the game away, blown her cover, exposed her secret identity, but like it or not, for weal or for woe, tonight she is Molly Holly, battling by the side of the lightning fast Tony Dangerous in this mixed tag matchup against Gunz and Dynamite. This is definitely going to be one for the books. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it a lot. Tony and Molly Holly could actually win. Gunz and Dynamite, well, Jimmy Parker, she practically never loses. We'll have to see how it all shakes out.
Her partner from Statanopolis, He is the lightning fast Tony Dangerous.
Superhero, pro wrestler, comic book publisher, entrepreneur, what has Tony Dangerous not done? This amazing young man coming down to join Molly Holly in this mixed tag matchup. I don't think I've ever seen the two of them together in a mixed tag, let alone against a team like Gunz and Dynamite. This is definitely going to be an extra special attraction this evening on tonight's RWL Rage. And all of it in anticipation of that main event tonight with the interim champion facing a member of the Sectarians for the World Heavyweight title. And I just can't believe it.
Their opponents first. From Richmond, Virginia, she's an RWL double champion and the women's world champion, the sexy soul sister of the squared circle, the queen, Dynamite Jeannie Parker.
It's Jeannie D time, world. The 7-year queen of the ladies division. She's been stepping out of her comfort zone little more this year, taking part in matches we usually wouldn't see Jeannie Dynamite involved with. Take this mixed tag match. I know that Jeannie isn't particularly crazy about this one, but with the right partner, in this case, Mr. Ringside, Jeannie can still make it a good time. Naturally, she's still concerned about a possible loss to Mighty Molly. And during a mixed tag, the loss would be awkward and definitely get noticed even more than when Stacy Keibler picked up that one non-title win over Jeannie D. I mean, it really ain't a big deal, but it would be to Jeannie.
It is literally only one win, but to Jeannie Parker, it's a big red mark in the record book, and she certainly doesn't appreciate it.
And her partner from the Bronx, New York, Mr. Ringside Eddie Gunz. Together, they are Gunz and Dynamite.
Mr. Ringside always becoming just a little bit sillier when he's around Dynamite Jeannie Parker. This pair have been together for quite some time, and they even occasionally wrestle together, as is the case this evening against Tony Dangerous and Mighty Molly. I've got to admit, I think Gunz and Dynamite definitely have an extra advantage here.
I think so too. Of course, the advantage would be Jeannie Parker, who never loses. And well, Mr. Ringside here hasn't been doing too bad for himself, along with El Jefe in tag team matches. They just won their last match at Snarl.
That is true. Mr. Ringside Eddie Gunz, the head of the Gunz family dynasty, and the significant other of Dynamite Jeannie Parker. And when they do get together in a tag team matchup on mixed tag, the sparks always invariably fly. They've got a special chemistry, those two. Mr. Ringside and Jeannie Dynamite. Gunz and Dynamite, I mean, even the name just suggests smooth. Ladies first in a mixed gender, so it'll be Mighty Molly and Dynamite Jeannie Parker initiating contact in this mixed gender tag. The bell sounds. Here we go. They lock it up. Jeannie Parker shoves Mighty Molly down on knee right to the head of Mighty Molly. Yanked by her ankle halfway across the ring. Jeannie Dynamite turns it over to Mr. Ringside, and Tony Dangerous comes in on the tag. Tony Dangerous, with a series of shots and a Russian leg sweep, takes Mr. Ringside down to the mat. The double boot stomp doesn't work out. Mr. Ringside winds Tony Dangerous up from behind, back suplex from Eddie Gunz. The team of Gunz and Dynamite in action tonight. What a great name for that pairing. A headlock punch from Eddie Gunz. A shot to the back to Tony Dangerous, whipped into the corner. A hard right hand from Mr. Ringside. Hip first to the turnbuckle. Tony Dangerous goes. In comes Dynamite, Jeannie Parker, and Mighty Molly. Jeannie with a kick right to the head of Mighty Molly, followed up with a stomp Dynamite Jeannie Parker rounds her up. Tony Dangerous comes out of it finally. Mighty Molly up against the ropes. Jeannie Parker with a front cradle bounces her off the ropes and starts delivering knees to the ribs of Mighty Molly. Molly follows that, oh man, a fall away slam from the Women's World Champ. Here's a cover, one. Only a one. Mighty Molly kicks her way out easily. Here comes Mr. Ringside and Tony Dangerous. Whoa! Quick Hurricane Rana out of no place from the lightning fast one. Living up to the name apparently tonight. As usual, Tony Dangerous extremely fast. Going to prove a challenge for Mr. Ringside to keep up. A hard forearm from Tony Dangerous. Tony opening up on Mr. Ringside here. A rebound off the ropes, a moonsault, a cover, one. Again, only a one. A running drop kick. An attempt with the double boot stomp again fails. There's a kick to the midsection from Mr. Ringside and a falling neckbreaker to Tony Dangerous, who rolls to the outside, comes back in for a reset, locks it up with Eddie Gunz, a kick. And Tony Dangerous, look at this right here. Whoa! What a roll to Mr. Ringside, and then the double boot stomp finally connects. There's a kick from Tony Dangerous. And here comes Mighty Molly and Jeannie Parker. A running kick from Jeannie Dynamite. Mighty Molly wound up by Jeannie Parker. Oh, what a slam from Jeannie Dynamite. Fireman's carry from Mighty Molly. And the team of Tony Dangerous and Mighty Molly not faring too badly here, with the advantage currently in their corner. Mighty Molly winding up the arm on Dynamite Jeannie Parker. Jeannie Parker slam face first into the canvas by Mighty Molly. Here comes Tony Dangerous and Mr. Ringside Eddie Gunz. Tony Dangerous wheelbarrow DDT to Mr. Ringside and a pin. One. Again, just a one. And this match still in the early stages here. A forearm from Tony Dangerous. Here comes Mighty Molly and Jeannie Parker again. Frequent tags here, another running kick. Mighty Molly keeps running into those from Jeannie Parker. A running splash from the Women's World Champion. Jeannie with a knee to the head of Mighty Molly. And now centering into a heel hook stretch. The sexy soul sister of the squared circle pouring it on against Mighty Molly. Molly with a drop kick takes Parker down, follows it up with a kick. Jeannie Parker quickly back to a standing position. Gets a hold of Mighty Molly, takes her down. Jeannie Parker gathering Mighty Molly up. The fans supporting the stands. Boom goes the Dynamite, set the sign. And Jeannie Dynamite is yet to go boom. It could be bad for Mighty Molly if she does. There's a snap suplex from Mighty Molly. Jeannie Parker rolls to the outside as Tony Dangerous and Eddie Gunz take over. Hurricane Rana from Tony Dangerous. The lightning fast one with a kick stuns Mr. Ringside. Another Hurricane Rana. Eddie Gunz being taken for quite the ride here. A kick from Tony Dangerous that doesn't connect. Mr. Ringside whips him to his team's corner. And proceeds to drive shoulders into the midsection of the lightning fast one and into a choke on Tony Dangerous. Even a superhero has to breathe. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg. One, two. As near to a near fall as we've gotten so far. A 2 count on Tony Dangerous. Eddie Gunz with a hard right hand takes Tony down. Proceeds to go to work on him, leaves and turns it over to Jeannie Parker and Mighty Molly. Another running kick to Mighty Molly. You might want to stop trying to run into Jeannie Parker on every tag. Jeannie Parker with a pin. One. Just a one again. The Women's World Champion with a stomp to the head of Mighty Molly. And look at this from a deadlift. Jeannie Parker with a powerbomb to Mighty Molly. Again, another tag over to the gentleman, Eddie Gunz and Tony Dangerous. Tony opens up with a series of shots and kicks, gets a hold of Mr. Ringside, has him all the way up and slams him right all the way down. A nasty driver from RWL's resident superhero. Tony swings and misses. Proceeds to open up with another set of shots and a kick that takes Eddie Gunz to the outside. Tony Dangerous all the way lit up here. And he's going to fly, and here he goes, and whoa, crashes and burns. Eddie Gunz just sidestepped him. A drop kick that doesn't connect, a kick to the midsection. Oh no, not on the outside. Oh, the flatliner on the floor to Tony Dangerous, and he is gone. Non-compass menace is Tony Dangerous. Eddie Gunz gathers him up. Discus punch. Drops him right back down. The referee already counting. Tony Dangerous driven towards the ring steps, but not quite all the way there, as Eddie Gunz makes his way back inside. Referee Willie Johnson continuing to count Tony Dangerous as Jeannie Parker and Mr. Ringside confer here, engaging in a small conversation while Tony Dangerous snaps out of it. Tony back inside the ring. Here comes Mr. Ringside. Kick to the midsection. He's going to flatline him again. A second flatliner from Eddie Gunz. Here's a cover, but only a one. Mighty Molly coming in to save the match for her team. Tony Dangerous taking quite a double boot stomp from Eddie Gunz. Tony Dangerous taking quite the pasting. Rebounds off the ropes, crossbody to Eddie Gunz. Mr. Ringside back up to a standing position. Tony Dangerous whips him to the ropes, and a beautiful power slam. A super power slam, if you will. Tony Dangerous whips him to his team's corner. The lightning fast one. Slams Mr. Ringside head first into the turnbuckle. Tony does it again. Mr. Ringside in trouble on the wrong side of town here. Tony Dangerous on the middle rope. And there's another roll, leaving Mr. Ringside laying center ring. The ladies tag in. Jeannie Parker rounded up by Mighty Molly. Here we go by the ankles. There's the whirly gig. And Jeannie Parker taken for a ride by Mighty Molly, slammed down to the canvas. Mighty Molly right on her, but Jeannie Parker counters with a shot to the midsection of Mighty Molly. Whips Molly to the ropes. Power slam center ring, perfectly executed by the Women's World Champion. Whoa, she says, I've got it right here, and she sure does. Dynamite Jeannie Parker firing on all cylinders here. Mighty Molly into the far right corner, counters and finds her way out, delivers a kick to Jeannie Parker. Into a reverse dragon sleeper center ring. The referee checking it out, but Jeannie Parker with a set of knocks to the noggin of Mighty Molly. Back up on her feet. Jeannie catches a jawbreaker from Mighty Molly. Molly whips her to the far right corner. Handstand and an elbow into the chest of Jeannie Parker. Mighty Molly goes for the cover. 1, 2. Jeannie Parker reaching out literally one finger to get the rope, initiating the break. Mighty Molly's got to be pretty frustrated about that one. Slams Jeannie Parker down. Drives a knee into the arm of the win. Oh yes, she is mad. Jeannie just reached out that one finger for the rope, as if to say, now what? Mighty Molly whips her to the corner. Proceeds to play tug of war with the arm of the Women's World Champion Dynamite. Jeannie Parker in trouble on the wrong side of town, as Mighty Molly really starts to tear into her. Head first into the turnbuckle goes Parker. Jeannie Dynamite catches another shot to the turnbuckle. Mighty Molly whips her back into the corner again. Another clothesline, a snapmare, and look at this, a flip over neck whip. All in one from Mighty Molly, a cover. 1, 2. Jeannie Parker, with that resilience, kicking out of an amazing combination by Mighty Molly. Molly whips her into the corner again. Molly crashes into the corner. Jeannie Parker goes behind, delivers the shot to the back of Mighty Molly. Whip to the ropes, an elbow. Takes her down. Parker with a pin attempt. 1, 2. And yet again another near fall in this roller coaster ride of a matchup as Eddie Gunz comes in along with Tony Dangerous. Tony catches a knee right to the head. He ran right into that one. A stomp to the back from Mr. Ringside. Tony counters back up on his feet. Rebounds off the middle rope, flying crossbody and a cover. Here we go, 1. Again, just a 1. The lightning fast one. Having his share of problems here. A face buster to Mr. Ringside, followed up with a double boot stomp to the midsection. Eddie Gunz quickly back up, locks it up with Tony Dangerous, whips him to the ropes. Flapjack face first into the mat. Tony Dangerous on the receiving end here. Heel hook stretch from Mr. Ringside, Eddie Gunz. Eddie tags out. Jeannie Parker comes in, so does Mighty Molly. Molly catches the shot to the midsection. And a inverse leg drop, a guillotine, a shoulder tackle from Mighty Molly. Jeannie back up, another running kick right to the head of Mighty Molly. She's got to be sick of taking those. And look at this. Whoa! Inverted spine buster, man, whoa. Mighty Molly rolled out. The gentleman in now, Mr. Ringside, catches a hip toss from Tony Dangerous. The lightning fast one charges. Whoa, look at this right here. Mr. Ringside barrels into the ropes. Tony Dangerous rebounds off. There's a 6-1-9er from the superhero. And whoa, falls right into Eddie Gunz. And this could be it right here. 1, 2. I don't believe it. Mr. Ringside barely getting the left shoulder up at the end right there at the 11th hour. Tony Dangerous with a small DDT to Mr. Ringside. Mighty Molly and Jeannie Parker taking over here. Another running boot to the face to Mighty Molly from Jeannie Parker. Another elbow across the chest from Jeannie Dynamite. Another stomp to the back to Mighty Molly. A rebound off the ropes and the splash fails. Mighty Molly getting the knees up just in time. Parker whip to the opposing team's corner. Mighty Molly slams Jeannie Parker into the turnbuckle. A hard shot right to the face from Mighty Molly. Jeannie Parker assisted by the ankles out of the corner by Mighty Molly. Time's running out on this matchup. Wow. Molly whips Jeannie Parker to the corner. Gathers her up, scoop slams her. Mighty Molly makes her way to the top turnbuckle. Jeannie Parker rolls towards center ring, and here we go. Elbow drop right across the chest. What distance cover? 1, 2. And again, Jeannie Parker kicking out. Mighty Molly shoved away by Dynamite. Jeannie Parker quickly back up on her feet. Clubbing overhand right from Jeannie Dynamite. Jeannie whips Molly to the ropes. Power slam. Jeannie Parker. Here she goes. There's the leg drop. The referee initiates the count. 1, 2, 3. It is all done.
The time was 15 minutes and 30 seconds. Your winners, Gunz and Dynamite.
You know I always love a happy ending, and this is definitely one.
Gunz and Dynamite picking up the win. We'll be right back with more Rage in a moment.